If you are shopping for knives, swords, flashlights, or other outdoor gear or EDC gear, don't forget to check out the descriptions of my videos down there. There are discount codes for custom titanium knife scales, flashlights from Neil's Gadgets. There's lots of information on how to find all the products that I use in my videos. Using linked information is your choice, but if you do, it might help you save quite a bit of money, and it really does help me bring you lots of cool content like this. Today we are talking about a knife upgrade, and it fixes a big problem. So most of us, I think, would agree that a knife should feel good, it should function well, and if that knife then looks good, then that is kind of the complete package. The products we're talking about today come from a company called Lex Custom International. Now, they sent me some Microtech MSI scales. I put them on a knife. I did a review of them. I liked them, but in the package, they sent me something that I liked even better and I thought was even more special, which is these scales for the Hogue Deka. Now, the Hogue Deka comes with a CPM Magnacut blade with a fantastic heat treat. It holds an amazing edge, but it comes with these flexy polymer scales that make the knife just feel cheap, and they're not particularly grippy and just yuck, right? Well, now there is a big way to fix that. So Lex Custom does make MSI scales. They also make Benchmade Bugout scales. They make Benchmade mini Adamas scales, which that's going to be a review that I'm going to be doing very soon as well. They make Microtech Stitch, the Ramlock Stitch scales, not the automatic. And they do have other scales in development as well. Today, we're talking about the Hogue Deka scales because these so far are my favorites that they've sent me, although I haven't reviewed some of the other ones yet. Let's talk about these things and we'll talk about what makes them so special. We'll basically just kind of have a conversation about what goes into a knife like this. So these scales are made from full titanium. Some of the scales they make have kind of relieving on the inside for weight relief. The Hogue Deka ones do not. They're kind of solid titanium slabs because the knife is so small, and that's not really a bad thing. They are Cerakoted and they come in a bunch of different colors. This is the Cranberry Frost color, which was kind of a new color when they gave it to me. I think it's been out for a while now. Eye-catching. My wife loves this color. I joked with Alexander, who sent them to me from Lex Custom, saying, you know that my wife is going to steal this thing, right? So really cool colors. Obviously, they have your more conventional colors like your black and your olive drab and your, I think this is called burnt bronze color for the Adamas and the MSI. They do also send you different standoffs in here. So when I was emailing back and forth with Alexander, he said, hey, the Hogue Deka standoffs sometimes aren't precisely enough manufactured for us to put in here and have a good result from the knife. They only send you 2 of them, but there are 3. I think I put them here and here, so they were. Oh no, I put them on the bottom. Yeah, I put theirs on. Looks like on the bottom 2 to give better spacing and everything there. What makes this so special, what's different from other titanium things I have used, one is the Cerakote. So that Cerakote does offer a wonderful grip. There's some subtle texturing to those scales to give you additional grip, but it mostly comes from the Cerakote. And this is a little bit rougher than some Cerakotes. It's not like sandpaper rough. It's not going to abrade your fingers, but it really does give you a good grip. Even when your hands are sweaty, I use this knife outside a bunch, as you'll see in the testing. And it really just never felt like it was ever going to slip out of my hands, even when I was just holding it with 2 fingers at the very back of the knife there. The solidity of the knife when you are holding it is completely transformed. So I mentioned that these scales are flexy. The first gen Bugouts, well, really all the polymer Bugouts, the newer MSI knives from Microtech and the Dekas all definitely have this problem. But this just feels, I mean, it feels like a bank vault. And you can see how precisely manufactured these are in how freely that blade swings. even with these aftermarket scales on there. And even when I'm holding the lock open, I can't feel any blade play there. So part of that is due to the precision of the washers and the liners that Hogue uses, but part of that is most definitely due to the precision with which these liners are manufactured. This takes this knife from really just kind of an EDC to something that can be EDC, something that looks like a gentleman's folder. This is pretty much what I would consider my perfect EDC knife now. Super tough Magnacut blade. It's not too thin, but it's not too thick, so it's really slicey. I love that Wharncliffe style blade in a short knife, but now it feels like bank vault type structural integrity. I cannot overemphasize just how solid that knife feels. Now, if there's one drawback to these scales, it would be the weight. So the Deka in stock form weighs about 2.2 ounces, about 2¼ ounces. We're looking at 3.9 ounces now. So this is almost a 4-ounce knife, adds about 1.5 ounces to the weight of the knife, right? Now that's not bad, right? That's not a bad thing. I carry 4-ounce knives all the time. My favorite knife to carry is my zero tolerance 452 carbon fiber, which is about a 4.5 ounce knife. I carry my Microtech amphibian all the time. That's closer to 6 ounces. So this is not outside the realm of what I like to carry. But if you're into super lightweight EDC, that might put this on the less desirable side for you. I really like the way it feels. I think that it feels better at this weight than it did from the factory. And I am not upset about that at all. Just, again, because of the way it feels. This went from feeling super light, which was great, and something I would toss in my mountain biking pack to keep the weight down. It's not that anymore, but I carry it more often because it just feels so much better. This is a complete turnaround of what you would think of this knife and what you would do with it. Again, it looks more like a gentleman's folder now. If you prefer the classic black look, again, these are Bugout scales, but they have these for the Deka as well. So you can get those in black. They have an Etsy store where you can buy them. Again, I mentioned in the intro that I have a 15% off code for that store. And of the two, the MSI and the Deka scales that I have reviewed, I mean, the MSI is good. I would get the MSI scales on this if I had the polymer MSI. I don't think I would get these if I had the G10 MSI. I like the G10 MSI scales just fine. Now, if you wanted it to be a gentleman's folder, barbarian gentleman's folder, if you're taking it to your formal Viking gatherings, then this would definitely be an upgrade that you would want for the MSI. The Deka, I would put these, I mean, I had my polymer Deka scales. I also had a set of G10 Deka scales. I put these on here, and honestly, I don't think they're ever coming off. It's just that much better, even in the G10 scales, which are plenty stiff, and they are plenty light, but this is just a completely different feel. It's so much more satisfying. I think that this is now, as far as EDC style knives, EDC size knives in that 3-inch range, this is now my favorite, right? I carry this combination of my brass flashlight, my Workhos TS10, in brass, 3000K, love that light, and this Deka knife. I carry this, I've been carrying that for probably the last month now, almost all the time when I'm not outside working and needing something bigger. Awesome setup, and I'd really highly recommend this. So this is a product that, yes, I did get these as a review sample, but I cannot recommend these enough, especially the Hogue Deka ones. Other than the weight, there's absolutely nothing bad to say about these. Cerakote, as I've mentioned before, it does show some wear eventually. This one's not showing wear after a couple months of use, but that kind of gives you that weathered in look as they age, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. They're still going to look classy. Definitely check these out if you have been looking for your ultimate EDC. And let's not forget, right? So let's do some math on this, right? Hogue Deka in Magnacut is only around 140 bucks. These scales, I believe, are $95. So you're looking at $235 for a CPM Magnacut crossbar lock, full titanium Cerakote handle. Even if you're buying the Deka new, that's not out of the realm of what something like this should cost, given how smooth this feels. If you are looking at knives in that price, again, pretty normal. If you already have the Deka or somebody gave you the Deka, it's a no-brainer, right? That's $95, I believe. I'll double check the price on that. But that makes a fantastic, classy knife. So highly recommended. Definitely check out those scales. There will be a link down in the description. And yeah, really impressive product. Thank you very much to Lex Custom for sending me these.